light. Without it, we would live in a world of darkness. But what if that darkness was already here? What if that darkness came marching up to our very homes? Homes that we swore to protect. Will you buckle, fall, crumble under the crushing weight of that monstrous darkness? Nay, we shall fight the darkness back. And what will be our unstoppable weapon? A pyramid that produces rays of pure enlightenment. The Obelisk. Shall I use ballistas, or maybe lookout towers? Nay, that path leads to corruption. We will win with only a scheme of pyramids. Now let us begin. First, I started off by accepting the sacrifice of our calling. That sacrifice is pain. After accepting the pain, I was given a boon. Unfortunately, 4 of these were implements of the unenlightened, so I chose the surest path to Buddha: gambling. See, banditry would make each enemy drop more gold, but they would also do more damage. Risky? Yes. Profitable? Very. I know what you're thinking. But Codex, you only have one type of tower. What if you get overwhelmed with numbers? Wouldn't that make you lose everything? No. When you're a god gamer like me, you don't make mistakes. Greed never gets the best of you because you understand that greed is a part of true enlightenment. Besides, I'm sure it'll be fine. After almost losing everything on level 2, I finally saw my salvation, an obelisk. And now that I had one, I began to spread my wisdom. Some try to remain blissful in the comfort of their ignorance. Unfortunately for them, no one was escaping the enlightenment. With my defense against the darkness secured, I did the next logical thing. I strengthened the pyramid scheme. Wave after wave of ignorance I abolished, and yet, like an argument on a Facebook post, the ignorance still flowed. I needed something more, something all-consuming. I decided I needed to double down on my theme. I was using lasers to keep myself alive, and lasers are just focused light. What if I focused the lasers even more? The death trap that sprung from my creative genius was dubbed Death Valley. The ignorant, being unaware of my new superweapon, descended upon me in droves. As they walked through the valley of the shadow of death, they sizzled, boiled, and evaporated, leaving no remnants behind except for money, which I plundered. But success can be insidious. As the French author Jules Renard once said, the danger of success is that it makes us forget the perils of big brain oogie. You see, wisdom and intelligence are 2 different things completely. Ask any Dungeons & Dragons nerd. I was wise beyond my years. I was not, however, intelligent at all. Turns out, there were simply too many enemies for my Death Valley. As my defenses failed me, I curled up into a ball and cried. Eventually, I came to my senses and decided to channel the nation's hero, Brandon, to build back better. With a war cry of "Let's go, Brandon," I tried again. But this time, I would do something different. I would use a power that supersedes wisdom, intelligence, and even skill. This power is known as CC. Crowd control, you might be thinking, but not exactly. I'm talking about the best upgrade card in the game, Creeping Cough. We've all learned that Creeping Cough can bring the entire world's economy to a screeching halt, but that's not what happens in this game. Creeping Cough in Rogue Tower means poisoning enemies also slows them by 5% of poison gained. Now, pyramids don't do poison damage normally, of course, and poison sprayers were for the unwise plebeians. So, I needed Disease Ray in order to pull this off, and thanks to the heart of the cards, I got it. Now all I needed were a multitude of pyramids spread along the path that constantly slowed the enemy down. I didn't care how much damage some of them did, I just cared about keeping up that slow. After I started doing this, I realized what my problem was all along. How can you enlighten someone if they are just running by you? They need to slow down and really take in the wisdom of the universe. The unexamined life is not worth living. Whereof one cannot speak, thereof one must be silent. The highest activity a human being can attain is learning for understanding, because to understand is to be free. And the most powerful quote, "It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground." And with that sacred quote, victory was mine. Peace spread throughout the land. There was no more for me to achieve. And then I remembered that I only did single defense. I have literally never even tried double or triple defense. Surely it won't be that difficult, right? If you're still here, thank you. I'm trying to get to 1K subs, so help me out and you can say you were here before 1K, which obviously makes you cooler than everyone else who comes around later. Okay, bye!